Hey everybody, I'm out here today checking out on the garden. We just had some crazy weather here. It got down to like 37 degrees the other day, and we were very lucky. We didn't get any of the baseball quarter-size hail that a lot of the area got. We didn't get very much rain either. It went all around us here at our house, but we're out here checking to make sure. I did not cover anything because really our garden is kind of way past the time to be able to cover. Our tomatoes are so large and everything is so full grown. It was going to be quite a challenge, so I didn't cover anything, and luckily I think we were okay. It did get down 2 nights and very cool weather, but it was quite windy, and it did not freeze, so there's no frost. My main concern was the frost, and we didn't get any frost. So and then also I got a new gardening subscription box in the mail from Basil Box. So here in a second I'll open that up and share with y'all what's all inside a subscription box just for gardening. Very cool. So let's check out the garden. Alright, so I was just out here getting everything watered. Didn't want to water anything yesterday because I didn't want any the water to be on the plants in case it did get a little too cold. I didn't want to get any of that water to get frosty on top of the leaves. But there's our strawberries. They're starting to ripen up. We actually picked one the other day. Little boy ate it, and so they're coming along really nicely. But I was going to show you our tomatoes and peppers, how they are okay. No real damage. This one tomato plant here in the back, see if I can get closer here and show you. It is a little wilted. I don't think it's really freeze damage. Maybe just needed some watering. I haven't watered this for a few days, but none of the leaves are really damaged. This one here, you can kind of see maybe it got just barely nipped from the cold weather. This is the Tomatillo plant, so we did really well. The green beans, they may have gotten just barely. They're just starting to sprout too. The leaves are kind of look like they got a little bit of damage. They're not very strong looking plants, so the cold weather may have just barely nipped them just a little bit, but everything else turned out pretty well. The tomatoes are in excellent shape actually, and did not get really any damage. So I think we'll watch them next couple of days and see how they really do. But so far so good on this bed. Let's come back to the other bed in our backyard and see how they're growing. It's crazy weather. I mean, I think it was Friday, it was like 87 degrees, and then but yesterday night it got down to like 37, maybe a little colder here locally. So it's a huge temperature drop here for us locally, but it's about 40, maybe 50 degrees now here outside. It's warming up a little bit, but it's very cloudy still. But once again, as you can see over here, the peppers, there's not any damage on them, which is excellent. The tomato plants here are in great shape. This is a Brandywine tomato. There's not a single damaged leaf on this plant, so I think we really lucked out very well, especially with the hail, not getting any hail. I mean, the hail alone would have just stripped our tomatoes and leaves off of everything, so that would have been a disaster in itself. And then of course the frost wouldn't have been much better. But as you can see, these tomato plants are quite large. We've already had them in the ground for probably the middle of February, so probably almost 2 months, a little less than 2 months in the ground. So it would have been a major setback if we had to replant tomatoes, especially, I mean, they're already you know, about 3 feet tall. So we're very lucky here in the garden. Come over to this side here. Our asparagus down there at that end. But I wanted to show you, I think our dogs or somebody damaged my blueberry plant. I'm gonna pull this one up. I think they broke it off down at the bottom. And so I went ahead into the nursery and got me another couple of blueberry plants. But here's the one that's in the ground now. This is the climax blueberry bush. It was the same one that got damaged. But then I went to the store, the nursery over at Cleventon's nursery, where we usually go, and they had a, this is, what is this one called? Pink lemonade. blueberry. So I figured I'd try that one out. Give it a shot. One little blooms there on it. And then I did get one other variety since I was there. This is the Premier blueberry. So I'm gonna get these two planted out here, and hopefully we'll have some blueberries. Alright, so on to the unboxing of the Basil Box. This is a subscription box, monthly subscription box. You can buy just 1 month or several months at a time. A gardening box. Check out my channel for other unboxings, but we got a new box to try out. This company sent me from Basil Box, so let's see what's all inside here. I'm seeing it for the first time, as same as y'all are. So let's check it out here and see what they got. Got the card here, and it looks like this is the March Basil Box here, saying they have included some pruning snips because something was unavailable. Here is this is the card. This is what's inside. This is the March box that they sent me. It got a soil activator, seed starting peat pellets, garden in a bag, and some seeds. So let's see what we got here. Eco-friendly products is packaged here. Wow, they got a lot of packaging. What a mess. Alright, let's see what this is here. Good luck. Garden in a bag. Good luck, clover. Okay, so it looks like this is a gardening. We can grow everything in this particular bag. We'll have to plant this out and see how that works. Alright, and then we got in here. Let's open this up, see what's in this bag. Okay, these are the peat pellets to grow seeds in. Got several of those in there. Okay, got some seeds in a plastic bag here. Let's open it up and see what seeds they sent. Alright, they even got some plant labels, stakes. Let's see what seeds we came with this. Got some tomato seeds and a lettuce. Chia, basil, carrot seeds. So several seeds in there. Alright, and let's keep on going. Extra gift. Let's see what we got here. Open this up. This is the organic soil amendment here. Earthworm Castings and Earthworm tea castings. Alright, so what they got in here is some earthworm casting. This is a sample of the earthworm tea casting, so we can add that to our garden. And a little bag sample here. This is some earthworm castings from this company here. It looks like they've sent us a sample of very fine earthworm castings in there. And then on the bottom here, some steak. Okay, these are nice. Nice little pruners. Be very nice to prune plants as they grow. Maybe if you want to prune your tomato plants, pepper plants. So this will come in real handy. Nice little small pointed tip. So that is the unboxing of our Basil Box. This is the March subscription. Came with a lot of good things. I'll put down a link down below so y'all can see, read up more about them on their website and check out their website. So this is the Basil Box Gardening Monthly Subscription Box. So there's that. One thing I did want to mention, some people ask me about what I fertilize our garden with. The main key is to really amend the soil, a lot of compost, and we add a lot of cow manure to our bed before we ever get planting. And throughout the season, I do try to give a little bit of food to the garden, especially after a lot of rains. But usually I'll use organic products. The only thing I do find the problem with this is, here's some of the stuff I have on hand right now. As you can see, I usually just get whatever's available in the stores. But this organic fertilizers here is very appealing to our dogs. They like the smell of it, and so I try to not use it too much. What I found here are these fertilizer stakes. Let me show you what I'm talking about. These fertilizer stakes are pretty cool. I've put these around, you know, the peppers and tomatoes and whatnot. But they get little stakes here, and it has instructions on how many to put around each plant. And you know, push this in the ground, and then it's less inviting for our dogs to sniff and dig in the garden with. So I really like these veggie stakes. But when I plant tomatoes, I'll put a little picture in of what I have. I don't have it on hand right now. Is a tomato fertilizer is what I use. This particular one is when I add that to the tomato plant hole right when I plant the tomatoes. So that's what I use when I first plant the tomatoes. This tomato fertilizer. It's been used that for several years and it works very well. I'll put down a link down below where you can find all this stuff. It's readily available on Amazon and many other places. Right, like I mentioned, we'd wait a couple of days and see how the frost may have hurt our tomatoes. Now it's more easily seen. As you can see here, some of the leaves did get a little bit of damage from the cold weather that we did receive, but still overall not too bad. The tomato plants themselves are pretty good shape, so just a fair amount of damage, which is much easier to see a couple of days later after the plant, you know, dries out. But not too bad. This one got the most amount of damage, looks like. Alright, so there's just a quick update on our vegetable garden here in early April with the crazy Texas weather. Nice cold front come through and gave us a little scare, but we're all good here. And hey, check out the link down below for the Basil Box if you want to learn more. I love getting gardening stuff in the mail. Always fun to have those subscription boxes come in and have a lot of surprises and unique items you may not think about growing in your garden. So hey, thanks for watching. Make it a great day.